Extreme Championship Radio.
Hello and welcome to Kayfabe OrDie. I am the Giz, and joining me as always in studio is my partner in crime, Johnny Danger Deadly.
Sawadee.
You were in Thailand recently, weren't you?
I'm always in Thailand, baby.
Huh. Well, that would explain an awful lot of things. Okay, so we're going to dive right into things this week because it was Wrestlemania weekend last week, and some of us were foolhardy enough to stay up for 7.5 hours to watch a show.
Cumulatively, from Thursday to Sunday, it worked out as nearly 24 hours of solid wrestling.
Yeah, we had TNA United We Stand. We had
G1 Supercard. We had NXT Takeover.
Oh my God.
We had the Hall of Fame. We had WrestleMania.
Yes, we did. Before we get into things, some interesting stuff happened at the Hall of Fame. Like one Muppet decided it would be a good idea to jump Bret Hart.
Dash Wilder, you're my hero.
Fortunately, Dash Wilder taught him the error of that was one of the greatest knockouts ever. Anyone looking, bam!
They need to change that to his finisher. That his finisher is just snaky uppercut. Snaky uppercut. Boom.
So yeah, that happened.
It's like when Alexa Bliss does that right hook, where it's just like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
That hurt.
Yep. But I suppose we are going to mainly be concentrating on the events that happened in regards Takeover and WrestleMania. Might as well kick off. We're going to kick off with WrestleMania because it might have been the biggest show.
It's going to be the longest one
show.
to get through.
Yeah, it was also, to be perfectly honest, not nearly as awesome as Takeover. I don't care.
But yet, still one of the best WrestleManias ever, I do think.
Yeah, there was some really there was some cool stuff at it. There was some...
Like, as an overall show, it was not disappointing.
One glaring exception, I think, in that.
Baron Corbin. Yeah. Well, look, we're going to have to get over that. We're going to have to get over that. They had as good a match as you can expect.
Yeah, I suppose.
Wasn't a bad match. There's some stuff on Raw as well we're going to have to mention because it ties into what we're talking about on WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well, I suppose might as well we do the battle.
Well, myself and Buzz covered all of Raw and SmackDown on Wednesday night. So if you want to check out, because we're on Spotify now, so you can check out that podcast on Spotify if you want to find out the whole review side of that thing. We won't be getting too into it on this show.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We always get stuck for stuff to talk about, so I thought we'd find a way of freeing us up. So the main roster's off the block, give or take. Bar news bits.
Do we want to talk about the Battle Royals?
Yeah, we can do.
I'll be honest, the Women's Battle Royal was great fun to watch, as it always is.
It was a bit of a cluster fudge at the start, but once they got rid of some of the miscellaneous meat and a bit more ring space freed up and everyone had a bit more room to do what they wanted to do, turned into a bit of a corker, to be honest.
I might have forgotten that Maria Kanellis was actually in WWE until I saw Nikki Cross chasing her around the ring.
They rolled her out for Battle Royales and Royal Rumbles.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Given what happened on SmackDown last week, I really thought Asuka was winning this.
So did I. And my heart jumped a little beat when I thought Sarah Logan had won. And
that was kind of cool.
I'm also starting to get sick of people hiding under the effing ring during Battle Royales or Rumbles, because that is Royal Rumble, the other Battle Royale that had happened recently as well. And... it was Royal Rumble. It was the Contenders Battle Royale to get the women into Royal Rumble to see who got in there. Yeah. Carmella just hit under the ring.
Zelina Vega hit under the ring.
No, so did Carmella.
Did she?
Yep.
I remember Zelina Vega being underneath there.
Because you remember at one stage there was an argument about who was getting to go under the ring.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
That's nearly 12 months of solid Battle Royales on the women's side where someone's won by hiding under the effing ring. Well, Asuka won actual Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Ring hidings aside.
Yeah,
but ring hiding. I was so upset because I was like, Sarah Logan.
Yeah,
I can get behind her.
Yeah, if not Asuka, then okay, I would be. Yeah. But no.
And with the whole her and Rowan getting
yes
married recently and stuff in the most Viking of weddings I've ever seen, by the way, must say.
Yeah. Could have been a nice little wedding gift.
Could have been a nice little wedding gift, and then it would have been nice having her with a bit of gold as well, and they got the gold.
Or even just in a contendership for it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, no, it wasn't. It was Carmella.
No, it was Carmella. I love Mella, but
yeah, we know.
she's great. She's entertaining. She's good. She's she's not the world's greatest wrestler, but she's a bit underappreciated sometimes, I feel.
The 205 Live Light Heavyweight Championship match between Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy.
Absolute blinder.
Everything we bloody well thought it would be, and
Absolute
relegated
blinder.
to the God's damned pre-card.
Yeah. Although, did you see on NXT?
The interview with when Velveteen was walking off and Buddy Murphy was walking off and Velveteen was backstage.
There was an announcement later on in NXT in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Velveteen Dream title defense against Buddy Murphy. Oh, I know.
Oh,
I know.
Oh, that could be good.
That's going to be amazing on NXT soil as well as not 205. Num 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 num.
See, this is what can happen now that we're doing that whole territories.
The Triple H verse.
Yeah.
He watched Marvel and was just like, I like how they've just mashed everything into the one universe.
I'm gonna do that.
Everyone gets a different movie, but yet under the one brand. How could I do this?
And sometimes you get heroes in the other brand, and
You get heroes and you get people who they're bad guys in one place
See,
and
like
they're good guys in a different dimension and all of that kind of.
This is what I was saying a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Building stuff. So yeah. Needless to say, Tony Nese would end up winning that, much deserved, becoming the new.
Surprisingly, actually, I thought Murphy was going to hold on to it for a while longer.
Possibly, yeah, I suppose. But at the same time, Tony Nese is one of the guys that's been in there from the start, and like I was surprised that he hasn't been given the belt before now.
Yes.
You know, even when 205 Live was still being good, you know, Tony Nese was in there. But anyway, yeah, so that was that. The men's battle royal was everything we thought it was going to be. An excuse for these two gimps from Saturday Night Live to go and hide under a ring.
Well, I was just going to say that in the defense of the two guys, they didn't actually interfere with the wrestling side
That's
of
true,
the battle
actually.
royale too much. They kind of showed up.
That is true.
Ran around for 30 seconds and then just basically hid under the ring for the majority of the match. Then we had a very good battle royal.
Yeah.
When some really good spots. Braun ran strong through everybody as you'd expect.
Yeah.
Then
both Hardys looked to try and tip out Braun for the Saturday Night Live boys to come out and attempt to help. It did not go well for them.
It did not go well, and then the Hardy boys suffered the ramifications of that. And then the spot happened with the shrink.
Oh, I've cleared that from my brain.
Well, I don't know how, because it's the end of the match.
It's amazing what my mind can do sometimes when it really, really wants to.
It bloody well is, because it's the end of the match. I don't know how you clean that out. So
I just remember Braun won.
Yeah. So unavoidably, eventually the two guys from Saturday Night Live did have to run into Braun Strowman due to the fact that everyone knew they were under the ring, and they had their psychiatrist come intervene, who call me crazy, but has to be one of the buffest psychiatrists I've ever seen.
Apart from,
No, he's normal.
Stevie Richards. There we go.
Oh yeah, Steve. Was he a psychiatrist?
Yeah.
When was it?
For Abyss.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I was in WWE world there for a minute. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. So the psychiatrist comes out and he tries to explain to Braun that there's anger management issues going on, and you need to. And he got murdered.
Like I said, there's a reason I blotted it out from my brain, because I just didn't think
Yeah, it was a
Anyway,
terrible spot.
Anyway, onto the next. Onto a relevant match, kind of, actually, weirdly enough. The Revival versus Hawkins and Zack Ryder, which got relegated to the pre-card.
This did not go remotely the way I thought it was going to at all. At all.
Revival to AEW.
Yeah. Although I did think it was quite sweet that in a post-match interview, Kurt Hawkins had mentioned that he has a daughter, and due to him having a 3-year losing streak, the daughter is actually yet to see him win a match. Because she's only two and a bit. So it was actually nice to see him get a win.
Oh,
So I'm like, hey,
And weirdly enough, they would then retain the titles the next night.
Yeah. Which then brought back my taste of appalled from Sunday night. I had the sweet moment that got me over. I was kind of, let him have it for a while. And then I saw the Monday night defense and they're like, oh, there's Sasha Banks in it. That's fine. Perfect. But no.
Okay, we're on to the main card now.
They retained it.
We're on to the main card now, and we're going to have to move quickly because there's a lot of fragging matches.
So many. Although many of them were quite quick, so we should go through them in about the same speed that the matches happened.
Funnily enough, Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio.
Joe came out.
Rey Mysterio
Ray came out.
Joe
A little bit of a
killed
tussle
Mysterio.
came in. Joe grabbed Mysterio. Chokey wokey, sleepy weepy. Done.
That's actually the length of the match.
60 seconds.
Oh, thereabouts.
60 seconds. I was actually I love Ray, but I was so happy to see this happen because Joe needed a strong. He's been one of the major bad guys who's been suffering from the new and most almighty powerful finishing move, the sneaky roll up. And I've been getting sick of it, and they needed to let him come out and just fucking steamroll someone with some notoriety. So this was good.
Well, thanks to that, he then came out later in the week and basically said, "I'm gonna kill everybody." And you know what? People are inclined to believe him.
Yeah. Because people forget.
Next up,
Nearly choked out goddamn Braun Strowman.
Bobby Lashley versus the Demon Finn Balor. Damn it! Why did you have to make me wrong, you bastards? It could have been a SummerSlam awesomeness, but no.
Yeah, well, now it's a WrestleMania awesomeness. Yeah.
Is it though? Is it?
It is.
So we get to see the Demon at WrestleMania. And
Well, we will know for definite come SummerSlam.
yeah. Right,
Anyway, the Demon came out. Bobby Lashley came out wearing Hulk eyes, which was pretty cool because he's so big. And then you see the Hulk eyes and I was like, oh, he's like one of those terrifying zombie evil overlord kind of. Anyway, moving on. Balor came out in a sort of a Slender Man-ish demon vibey thing that he normally comes out with.
The paint wasn't as elaborate as we've seen before.
Yeah. Did a little bit of this thing. And then Lashley and him tussled into it. And Lashley got about 2 moves on him. And then the Demon ran riot on Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
And Leo Rush just killed it. Killed it with fire and then stomped the fire out from a very large height.
And then took the belt.
Which was
"Yay,
great.
I'm champion."
Yay. So happy.
Next up, we had the Four Corners match between Aleister Black, Ricochet against the Usos, The Bar.
Long established tag team.
Against the Usos, The Bar, and Nakamura Day. Rusev, Shinsuke. Yeah, it's the only way I seem to be able to make it work. Nakamura Day. Rusev Day and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Rockstar Day.
Huh. Yeah.
Artist Day.
Yeah. Anyway, really good match.
Foreign Contingency Day.
Foreign Contingency Day?
Yeah.
You realise there's a Swedish person, an Irishman, a Dutchman, and then 3 Americans, right?
Yeah.
So it's all foreign contingency, technically speaking.
There are 2 Samoans as well.
Oh, yeah. It's just the one American, Ricochet.
Yeah, I know, but they don't make note of that with anyone else. They do make note of the fact that it's 2 foreign countries aligning together when it's...
I'm pretty sure they make note of it with The Bar as well.
The Bar.
Anyway, the Usos would end up winning this one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. To retain their championships.
It's a good little match. Could have done with a bit more time.
Yeah, which led to interesting things on SmackDown, which we'll get to in a bit.
I'm so happy.
Women's tag match.
This was okay.
Bayley and Banks defend against Nia, Tamina, Beth Phoenix, Natalia. Actually, to be fair, Beth Phoenix and Natalia came out pretty much as the new Hart Foundation. And if they do that in the women's tag division, more than happy to accept that.
And don't forget. Oi, Connex!
Ha!
Couldn't have been bothered doing the pose.
Yeah. But this was actually this is actually a really good match.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
I as I said, for me,
I didn't know I wanted the Iconics to win.
I didn't know I wanted Beth Phoenix and Natalia to be the new Hart Foundation.
It looks good, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
Like, and here's something that...
She's the little one with the brains and he's the big one. Or Beth Phoenix is the big one who does all the muscly stuff.
Beth Phoenix being the powerhouse and Natalia being the technicality. Yeah, it was nice to see the old
in
school.
a weird juxtaposition, Natalia is now her uncle and her friend is now her dad.
My brain hurts. What?
Natalia fills the Brett slot in their tag team because she's the technical wizard.
Yep, now I got you.
And then Beth Phoenix would be Jim.
The powerhouse.
Conventionally also known as Natalia's dad.
Yes, okay. Fair
so
enough.
she's now her uncle and Beth is now her dad.
I'm going to resist the urge to say other stuff. Anyway,
do.
As we were saying, really good match. That
really good show.
Had some class spots. The new Hart Foundation doing the heart attack was pretty cool.
I loved it.
Yeah,
loved it.
But the eventual winners would be
Iconics.
I'm not going to lie, I was kind of surprised. I actually thought that Bayley and Banks would be keeping the belts for a little while longer, but
I did say in the WrestleMania predictions that I was like, if you do think about it, the reason they wanted Bailey and Banks holding the belts were main roster know them and like them, and NXT crowd know them and like them, and Iconics fit that slot as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel there's a Banksy Bailey heel turn coming, maybe.
Possibly, or
Bailey. I'd love Bailey to go heel on Banks.
Banks may have just kind of stepped away for a bit, it seems.
It would appear, because evidently that match that happened Monday between Bailey and Alexa was supposed to be Sasha Banks and Alexa.
Yeah.
Or two of them in Alexa.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But to be honest, with the Iconics, the way they presented themselves on SmackDown with the titles, I think it's going to be hilarious.
That was such a funny spot, dude.
It was.
With the Brooklyn Belt.
The undefeated.
The undefeated, according to Wikipedia and Corey Graves. 46-0.
Yeah.
46-1 now.
48, I thought.
46.
Oh, okay.
And 1.
But I did think, I can't remember who was doing the commentary, but one of them passed the comment at one point, and I'm kind of going, you're supposed to be the face commentator, you moron.
It was great. I loved that. That was a great little spot altogether. And then Paige is bringing someone next week. Wonder who that could be.
Sky Pirates.
I wonder.
Or maybe not.
I think it's someone from NXT UK.
A tag team.
Yeah.
NXT UK.
Brought maybe, Jesus, I don't have a clue.
Hmm.
Kylie Ray and
they were only after debuting.
I can't think off the top of my head.
Could be something completely out of
It's probably the Sky Pirates, to be bluntly honest.
Yeah.
Or it could be Jesse Duke and could be Duke and Shafir. Oh dearie me.
Oh, I just had that vision of the Iconics in the Elimination Chamber match again, and just I'm sorry.
Yeah, it could be Duke and Shafir, and then you roll Baszler up a little bit later.
It's a bit quick. Let's just we'll conjecture on.
Whereas one of the bonuses is getting rid of all the main roster stuff. We have time to debate now.
I think it's.
Yay.
To be honest, I think considering Baszler is after retaining the title.
I know, I don't see her going quick, but
it's not just that. If they brought up Duke and Shafir, those two would just rip the belts from the Iconics.
Yeah.
Bit quick there to be giving up the belts, don't you think?
Yeah. Tell that to Bailey and Banks.
Yeah, that's true.
Touche.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
And then they bring him back down to NXT. And then some
Sky Pirates take them.
Sky Pirates take them. Then someone from Raw or SmackDown has to come down and take them back, and then they go back up to Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I could see it kind of. Yeah, maybe.
Rotate that. I think they're going to do it like Bailey Banks and Flair with the women's title, where it's going to be like, everyone gets a turn on the belt, a doodly doodly doo. You won it here, she won it back there, doodly doodly doo. You know, I think it's going to do the rounds, which would be nice.
Yeah, maybe.
It'd be nice.
Okay, sticking with getting back to the WrestleMania main card.
Cool.
Daddy issues. Shane versus Vince.
I loved this. This was like Attitude Era mentalness. It was great. Shane McMahon punching Miz's dad clean the F out.
I was going to say, apart from all that.
I liked that spot, though.
Meh.
I liked that spot. I didn't like the fact that Shane McMahon literally punched a 72-year-old man repeatedly in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, WWE. We all love Shane McMahon and all of the previous clones before him. All the Shanes, they're great. The issue is, unless they're going up against an actual wrestler, you can't let Shane punch anyone because he doesn't know how to do the punch where it's like, oh, that just hurt a little bit but looked a lot sorer than it was. No, he just spud punches people clean in the face. Potatoes. Yeah.
Now, like you were saying, overall though, a good match, good fucking old school brawling match.
They got out, they brawled all the way through the crowd, they brawled all over the announcers' desks, they climbed up on top of a thing, they bounced off of a fucking golf cart, they climbed up on top of a bigger thing.
We saw the death of Clone 6 of Shane.
We saw the death of Clone 6 and also the victory of Clone 6 or 7. We're yet to decide. There's one. We don't know the Clone 6 got finished off in the chopper.
That was a quick turnaround, wasn't it?
He was very healed up after. It was like he came out of that chopper accident unscathed.
Yeah. Okay,
The chopper was
maybe-
blown up, and Shane walked out like, "Oh,
All right, maybe we walk. Okay, maybe,
dislocated my shoulder."
maybe we already were on Clone 7, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I liked how they rolled him out with a bit of a shiner to kind of like, look, see, he was in a fight. He's got
Yeah,
bit
but
of
supposedly
a
his Miz
black
dad
eye.
gave him that.
what?
Miz dad gave him the punch in the face.
He probably returned it after getting the first one off him.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, motherfucker. But yeah, no, I just when they kept doing the slow mo of Miz doing the suplex, I just loved
the perfect tip of the toes.
the
Yeah.
feet just completely up, and it's kind of like fuck
Yeah.
it, whoom.
It's like that scene from The Crow, you know, where he just jumps off the building back first.
Yeah, he just falls back.
Yeah.
Catch me, gravity.
It was like as superplexes from a crazy height go, it was actually quite
Picture
graceful.
perfect.
It was actually quite graceful, a
Yeah.
suplex. It was beautiful. It was great. I really enjoyed this. I really did. As the wrestling thing that we don't mention on our show said,
Oh yeah,
you know, that they were like, it was sports entertainment match of the night, and I was very much sports entertained, and it was very much like WWE Attitude Era. It wasn't
Yes,
it wasn't so much about technical wrestling, it was about the action.
it's the South Park bit with the monocles. Yeah, it's great wrestling tonight. What?
Yeah, it was just real fun. Just real fun, not for Shane's dad obviously, but for Mrs. Dad obviously, but no, real fun.
Now onto something that wasn't real fun. Kurt Angle's farewell match.
Goodbye, oh great one. You did us proud.
I'm starting to wonder, given the way things went on Raw, if that was
If he's
actually his
actually gone.
farewell match or not. Because I think it was kind of like, you know what?
No.
That was-
I think Lars is the end of the
Yeah.
end of the angle.
Corbin would end up winning the match.
Yeah, it we're not going to get too into this one because if you watched any of their matches on Raw, it was this.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That did lead, however, to Corbin.
Kurt did try a moonsault though. Sorry, we forgot that.
Yeah.
He did a moonsault. He misses the moonsault, and then he gets the end of days,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah. However, Kurt would then come out on Raw and kind of like,
Come down to congratulate Baron Corbin on the Raw post WrestleMania,
yeah, Corbin would be
and
a
wish him
dick.
all the best of luck, and give him a handshake, and then inform him I actually meant bad luck, and then angle
Angle
slam, angle lock, angle slam, angle lock.
Yeah.
And then a while Lars Ulrich appears. Or,
Lars Sullivan.
I keep saying Lars Ulrich. I said it on Wednesday as well. No, the drummer from
from
Metallica
Metallica.
did not show up. I think Kurt can take him. Call me crazy.
I just got this vision of Lars Ulrich coming down.
I'd love that.
Trying to do the freak accident on Kurt, and Kurt looking at him going, "You're dead now." Just snapping his arms off,
I'd
turning
love
him
that.
into a pretzel and just tapping him out with an ankle. Oh my
I would
God.
love that. I would actually love that. That'd be amazing. He's a terrible man. Anyway, Lars Sullivan comes down and demolishes Kurt, and Baron Corbin buggers off really quickly, which has me very worried. Are they going to start pairing up?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Back to WrestleMania. Orton versus Styles.
This was cool.
It was. It just didn't really.
Go anywhere.
Yeah.
It was like a very, 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 very good main event on SmackDown.
Yeah.
It didn't have the big
like
show feel.
Yeah, that was it. It felt like a good TV match.
Yeah, it didn't have the big show feel to it.
Who won?
Styles.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Styles won, but he's injured now, evidently. He wasn't at SmackDown, and he was seen in the airport the day after WrestleMania.
Moving slowly. Yeah, I remember hearing that one already.
Quite buggered.
Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre.
This was okay. Nothing wrong with this. Just the crowd were so fucking tired by the time this match happened that
Yeah.
they just
Didn't care about
they just
anything.
trundled along through it. You know, they were just, oh yes, wrestling. Well done.
Yay.
Well done on the wrestling.
Yay. Who won that one?
Roman.
Was that when I was... Yeah.
We were 4 hours in at that stage, man. I can't tell you where you were. You could have gone.
I might have been gone.
You could have gone. What was the match beforehand? You were gone before Styles and Orton. You were gone after this.
Corbin and Angle?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. You were gone. This was myself and Bino territory.
No holds barred match, Triple H and Batista.
This was good. It was just very slow.
Yeah.
Like when it was rocking, it was great. But there was just a lot of trundly.
It did kind of harken back to... Do you know what it reminded... It actually kind of did remind me of those last couple of street fight or hardcore matches with Mick Foley against
Triple H.
Yeah, just because the two of them were so fragging broken.
Yeah.
You know? It's kind of like, okay.
Too old for this.
Adrenaline. Ugh, something violent.
Now, I will say, one thing, two. There were several things in this match that really, really tickled my fancy. One was when Triple H went to pull out Batista's nose ring and he went cross-eyed. I don't know, was it the camera angle or anything, but I was just like, this is a hilarious camera angle to have chosen for this particular. Like he's literally like, oh my God, going cross-eyed. I thought that was good, and what I super enjoyed, because I wasn't expecting it, and it looked, I'd imagine, as good as Triple H thought it did in his head backstage. That Superman punch he did off the steps with the sledgehammer to finish off Dave looked bloody brilliant. Just ran and he said, airborne Superman punch. He like toured it.
Yeah.
He toured it, yeah. Not Mad Max did, as you might have believed.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice of intro.
It was very cool. It would have been a lot cooler if it was fucking... When did that movie come out? What's that? 3-4 years ago?
2017, I want to say.
No, that's only 2 years ago. It's longer than 2 years. I'd say it's 2016. 2015 or 2016. If he'd done it 3 or 4 years ago, this would have been bloody awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just made no sense now. Especially the whole Mad Max. It's like they never got to do it for WrestleMania, and they were like, oh, do you know what? We already have all of this... Do you remember the green screen Mad Max shit we shot a couple of years ago that we never used? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's roll that out. It'd be a great idea.
Yeah, you're a guardian of the galaxy, and I'm Mad Max. That's the...
Okay. All right, well, I guess Triple H's in-ring career isn't done. He got the victory on that, didn't he?
He got the victory, so he's in... because they need him for the Saudi shows.
Oh, yeah.
Because they've only got like 4 old school superstars left unless they roll Austin out of retirement somehow.
He could truly be the bionic redneck.
Yeah. It'd be cool if he came back to reclaim his finisher from Kevin Owens. Give it back.
Man.
My stunner.
Returning to WrestleMania, one of the most hyped championship matches in recent memory, Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan.
This was absolutely everything I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, this was great.
Kofi was being a little high-flying maniac. Daniel Bryan had literally an answer to everything that Kofi could throw at him until he didn't have an answer to what Kofi was throwing at him. And it was just a real good back and forth. And it really looked like Bryan was going to take it for a while because he was literally kicking Kofi around the place at one stage. Yeah,
the label lock got synced in proper at one point. I think.
Yeah. He did that great thing where he just grabs you by the 2 arms and smashes your head off the ground repeatedly.
Oh my God.
Repeatedly. But all in all was that Kofi's jaws stronger than titanium, and eventually he landed a Trouble in Paradise on Mr. Bryan and win, winner chicken dinner.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a little bit spoiled by the fact.
And I pissed myself with happiness a little bit as we all screamed.
A little bit spoiled by the fact that WWE had already released the T-shirts crowning Kofi as champ.
They shouldn't have released them on the site. They should have just let him start throwing them out.
Yeah, I agree.
I had this real hilarious moment where it was like, he was bloody confident to book 2,500 T-shirts. Just, we'll probably, so I lost, but maybe we'll just fire these out anyway. Maybe will we? Because I've spent all the money on them now.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm hearing that too. What is it?
Oh, that'd be the phone in the office.
Ah, okay. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, the Kofi's Cinderella moment came true, and he was the belle of the ball, winning the belt.
Yeah, it was great.
And is now the new champion.
He's the new champion.
They got rid of the Hempyweight title. I'm sure the lads smoked it in victory backstage afterwards. And
God knows I bloody did.
And returned to the old school black belt. So yeah.
That's racist.
The belt is black.
Okay. Couldn't help myself, sorry.
Good grief. Okay, well, onto the belt that's red. Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins.
This actually happened first thing in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the very first thing.
Alexa Bliss comes out to announce that she
is announcing Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, her big surprise for WrestleMania is she's announcing a new host
who does nothing for the entire thing. Comes out at the start, and Paul Heyman kind of brushes past him and announces they're doing the match now.
Yeah. If Brock isn't going to be in the last match, he might as well get out of here and go back to Vegas where he's appreciated, which was a real ooh moment for all of the people who are aware that all the MMA happens in Vegas.
And pretty much told us what was going to happen in the match.
Yeah. He's going to leave and then he's going to get in a helicopter and come back and sign his contract with MMA. That one?
Kind of, yeah. Pretty much.
Daniel Cormier told us what was going to happen 3 weeks ago. Because he was like, if you're not going to come up here and challenge me for my title, I should come down there. So it was either Daniel Cormier is coming to WWE or Brock's going up. Or out, should I say, not up.
Well, after Brock throwing Rollins around the place, how did Rollins turn the tide again?
He punched him in the nuts.
Oh, yeah, that was it. The face hit the dirty low blow in order to turn the tide and just curb stomp.
Yeah, he hit him with 3 curb stomps then, and then it was sleepy time.
Yep.
And there was a super kick in there as well.
Seth Rollins apparently eventually slayed the beast and is your new Universal Champion.
Yeah. Nut punch.
Yep.
The nut punches and sneaky roll-ups are the new ultimate finishers of...
apparently.
Yeah.
Now, on to the main event of the night. Charlotte Flair would emulate her father from, I think it was 1989 Starrcade or something like that. Or one of the old WCW pay-per-views. Basically doing the exact same thing as old... Tricky Ricky Flair himself.
He arrived in a chopper.
Yeah. And a red carpet and all the rest of it. And fucking has people waiting and puts on the gown and all the rest. And it was actually a really cool entrance.
It looked very cool.
Really had me going, okay, Charlotte's unifying the titles.
Charlotte's unifying the titles. Except then Ronda Rousey comes out to Joan and the Jets, full band on stage, playing her intro music.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, Rousey must be re-signing her contract. Then
the man
Becky Lynch came out.
Normally.
Normally. And
no
then I was
fanfare,
like...
no pause. We're kind of like,
She just looked ready for action. And I went, this girl's getting it done. Except I didn't. I went, I think I got this wrong. Rousey had Joan and the Jets on the fucking stage. I don't know what's more expensive, Joan and the Jets or the Chopper.
The Chopper.
Joan and the Jets is more expensive than the Chopper.
You got to book airspace, travel time, fuel.
You can book an hour in a Chopper for $500.
But there's probably a certain flight path to be able
Joan
to get
and the
to
Jets
MetLife.
won't even put on a fucking boot for $500.
I don't know. I haven't tried to book either Joan and the Jets nor a Chopper.
$500 will get you one of Joan and the Jets kids signing her autographs for her and possibly trying to strum a banjo. That's probably what 500 quid will get you.
I was just about to say, how do you know this?
Because I've tried.
Right.
Worst 18th birthday ever.
I believe it. So yeah, we get the triple threat match and it is actually really good fun.
They beat the schmidt out of each other.
Yeah, you have Ronda laying into people like a beast. Then getting kind of... It was interesting how they did
Ronda did the whole, what's this wrestling you speak of? I'm just going to hit people till they stop moving.
Until she gets thrown out of the action. Then you have Charlotte and Becky doing wrestling.
Yeah.
Until Ronda would come back in. And then you had a finish that some people... Yeah, it was questioned whether or not it was botched or whether...
Oh, it was so botched.
How it was botched is my point.
Shoulders weren't down.
Yes. But originally the notion was that it was supposed to be Becky tapping out Charlotte.
No, Justin Barrasso says it's 100%. Charlotte was, or Becky was always tapping out Rousey, or pinning out Rousey.
Yeah. Rousey would go for the Piper's Pit, and in the middle of it, Becky would shift her way, turning it into kind of a crucifix roll-up bomb-ish.
Crucifix bomb, we'll say.
Now, the ref goes down for the count. The problem is Ronda's shoulders
She's only got one shoulder down.
Yep.
But he did the count anyway.
Now, here's the thing. The ref did get chastised by Vince afterwards.
And fined.
But defenders of the ref's actions have cited that Ronda isn't in the game long enough. So if he had done the traditional thing of
well, you see, this is also what explains that this was actually supposed to be the real finish, was if he didn't do the 1, 2, 3 count, it meant you were leaving Ronda floating in deep waters where she was going to have to come up with maybe 2 extra minutes of a match on the fly with Becky and Charlotte, which I don't know if they...
It'd be one thing if it was Becky and Charlotte and things got fubbed. They'd be able to kind of go, yeah, we'll do this, and whoop.
Yeah.
But, you know, once again, that's been part of the speculation that the ref just kind of went,
we're going to have to do this.
Do it. You know, end of the day, the result is still Becky. Becky 2 belts.
Oh, I love that name as well. They had that T-shirt ready to go very quickly, didn't they?
I think that was because someone had a sign in the crowd or something.
Becky Two Belts.
Do you remember there was a part in SmackDown, right, where the lads are talking about Becky, and Kofi's actually pointing off camera, going, "Look, that sign. That is some damn good art." And later on, you see like a drawn picture of Becky Lynch, her face bust open, and just hashtag Becky Two Belts next to it. I just thought that was cool.
Becky Two Belts.
But yeah, so she would win both championships, unifying them. She would come out on
Becky,
Raw.
who's still from Limerick, according to the Limerick Post this week. Are we wrong? I'm full. I thought she was from Dublin.
Here's the thing: it wouldn't surprise me if the Dubs did decide to steal like the whole.
Yeah,
because they'll.
it's just she sounds like. Although when I came back down from Dublin for a while, I sounded terribly Dublin for a bit. Depends. Or she could have been born in Limerick and
raised in Dublin.
Raised in Dublin. You never know.
Doesn't that make her from Dublin then?
Not by paperwork, no.
But by realism.
Yeah.
See, this is my problem. Oh, we claim that person. That's interesting. Realistic.
Yeah, well then that means that Limerick are claiming Becky. Yeah. She's from somewhere in Ireland and that's what matters. Anyway,
Yeah,
regardless. I
yeah.
just thought I'd make light of that.
And for some reason, her first title thingy run is against...
I'm actually very happy about this. Call me crazy. I think they're going to have some great matches.
Maybe, but I wish they'd been doing it better.
No. I like that because
Lacey Evans has been coming down for ages doing nothing.
People really weren't expecting the woman's right out of her on Monday.
I suppose. But then they repeated it on SmackDown.
Yeah, but they repeated Raw on SmackDown, period.
Yeah, that's true. They always do.
Kofi, outside of the fact that Seth Rollins wasn't on SmackDown, Kofi came out and did the exact same acceptance speech that he did on Raw when he interrupted Seth Rollins. Becky came out and did nearly the exact same speech she did on Raw about winning the championships verbatim. And then Lacey Evans came down and punched her in the face. Only difference was there was no hustle and tussle on SmackDown. She just knocked her clean the F out.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Overall, like you were saying, WrestleMania was an entertaining card.
WrestleMania was a very entertaining card. Raw can go bugger off.
Raw started out really, really fun by having
Seth Rollins came down to do his acceptance speech. Then
Kofi
the New Day
came down.
came down, and then Kofi very cheekily is like, I was watching the Ronda Becky Charlotte match, and I liked the way Becky was standing there with two belts at the end of it. And then the Becky two belts chant starts. Maybe we should give an old
and then they decide,
winner takes all match here on Raw.
And that got
and my brain
really,
instantaneously
really hyped.
went, this is going to be amazing. It's not going to happen, but this is going to be amazing.
And then everything just went so downhill after.
Yeah, so they're having a great match, and then the Bar, for some reason of all people, decide to come down and interrupt it. And then Seth Rollins, so incited with rage, stops the match and goes, we're going to fight you in a tag match instead.
And the entire crowd starts chanting,
this is bull.
AEW, AEW. Elite.
Yeah, well, they're not going to do stupid swerves like that. They're just going to give you straight up matches, and evidently championships are actually going to matter. It's not just storyline BS.
Oh, you mean in AEW?
There's clout that comes with having an actual belt.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Yeah, opposed to it just being a little decorative thing.
Yeah. Yeah, main roster Raw this week was just
main
SmackDown.
roster Raw. SmackDown was okay. Hardy Boys won the tag belts back off the Usos, which was great.
Yeah, basically proclaiming them to be the greatest tag team in WWE history.
Strangely enough, we got the superstar shake-up going on next week, so I feel the Usos are going Raw.
Well, there was a lot of stuff that they were already doing. I mean, you had Drew McIntyre arriving on to back up the Bar.
It's all in the same show.
What?
It's all in the same show.
What is?
Everything we just talked about there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. On SmackDown.
Yeah.
What are you talking? What's all in the same show?
Well, you were saying, they did loads of other stuff, and I was like, yeah, all in the same show. So it was
on Raw as well. It was the same.
Who else did they roll out on Raw?
Well, you had the New Day appearing out on Raw.
Yeah, but that was more of a Kofi set thing than a New Day move into Raw thing.
There was something else that was on Raw.
There was the Bar. That was it.
I thought they had someone else from SmackDown Raw.
Nope.
No. Okay, fine. Well, then on SmackDown they had Drew McIntyre teaming up with the Bar to take on...
who might be injured now because he went out of the match very quickly and got walked off before the end of the match.
Brilliant. You had Braun Strowman coming down to basically tell Samoa Joe, "I'ma kill you too."
And then he nearly got choked out.
Kind of. It was
in.
He also went for a power slam that he couldn't quite get Joe up for.
Yeah, he can flip a truck, but he can't pick up Joe.
I'm actually wondering, was that a legit just...
Although, as I said to Buzz on Wednesday, trucks and ambulances don't try and knee you in the back of the head when you're lifting them.
It's not just that. I actually think that might have been the legit. He had him up and kind of went, no, this isn't working. Just like caught him at the wrong angle or something.
Round.
Something like that, yeah. There was, what was the thing? Frack. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens came out and slapped people around.
Oh yeah, there was the during the match with Nakamura.
That was it.
Ricochet and
yeah,
Nakamura and Ricochet and
Rusev. And Nakamura
yeah. So Rusev standing up after some stuff goes down, and then Randy Orton comes out and just RKOs him out of nowhere.
And then
Kevin Owens comes out and stunners Shinsuke out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I thought that was kind of cool.
I hope that doesn't mean they're tagging up now.
Sami Zayn made appearances on both Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Frack all. Well, he had a match on Raw, and then he came out on SmackDown.
A good match on Raw.
Came out on SmackDown and turned around and just went, nah, you're not worth it.
I think he could end up with Bryan.
Maybe. Yeah, overall, Raw and SmackDown this week following WrestleMania were somewhat lackluster, to say the least.
Anyway, moving into an ad break, or well, not ad break, into news break.
Yes.
In honor of the man, Becky Lynch, and because we're Irish.
Yeah,
we've played our theme tune before.
Yeah, so we figured this would make a little bit more sense.
Yep.
It won't come just when you want it.
You see, I'm Irish, but I'm not a leprechaun. You wanna fight, then step up and we'll get it on. You get it right to the grill. I'm white and I ill, a descendant of Dublin with Titanic skill. I duck then I swing, next thing your jaw's broken. Punk, I ain't joking, you can bet you been choking on a fistful of nothing. Meanwhile, I'll be puffing on a fat blunt. What punk, you don't know the half. Trying to talk shit, man, please don't make me laugh. These Irish eyes are smiling, I'm buck wildin'. The house of pain is pumping, start jumping. Freak it, funk it, backseat chunk it. If you can't get with it, you end up sweating it. Then you get a beating just like an egg. It's so hard to run when you got a broken leg. But we can never run off, the house of pain will come off. We got the cake that you're trying to get a crumb off. The Irish styling, the Celtic jazz. No one has it, just us, that's it. If you try to take it, I got a big shillelagh. I don't have dreads cause I shave my head daily. You call me a skinhead, I call you a pinhead. Yo, where you been, man? Just like the Tin Man, you got no heart. Here comes the good part, I pick 'em, buck 'em, cut 'em up and buck 'em down. No fucking around, homeboy, you get clown like Krusty. Trust me, you shouldn't play. And by the way, top of the morning to you. 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 Greetings, salutations, peace to the nations of Zulu and Islam. Crack the bottle, rev the throttle, put the gear in. Now you're steering like Mario and Andretti. So let me kick it, cause I can make a wicked noise like a cricket. Rubbing his legs, my rhymes are like eggs. I'll keep laying them, I'll keep saying them. This is the house of pain, we're far from plain, but we're not fancy. Ron and Nancy, so just say no, but I say go, straight to hell. I kiss and tell, so if you're a hoe, all my friends know what you gotta say. Let's hit the hay and have no delay. And yo, by the way, top of the morning to you. 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 Extra, extra, read all about it. How could you doubt it? Now scream and shout it. The house of pain soon will reign over the hip hop scene in white, gold, and green. I rip shit and backflip like a Jedi. I roll with the groove and I'm smooth and you can better. Come correct to get respect when I'm flowing. Collecting my dough, I got your girlfriend hoeing. And how do I know that she's sprung? I know she's sprung, cause yo, the D's hung like a Shetland pony, getting paid like Sony. So never ever try to play me out like a phony, cause I can get real, thick like a bowl of Marco Mill. And by the way, top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
We're back. That was House of Pain with Top of the Morning to You. Top of the Morning to You. because Becky Lynch is the new champ and she has basically unified the belts.
Yeah.
And yeah. Okay, moving on to NXT TakeOver, which, okay, it did happen, technically it happened before WrestleMania, but it's, I always talk about NXT stuff afterwards. And
Yeah.
to be honest, the better matches were in this.
This was just superb storytelling with every match from start to fucking finish, pardon my language.
Yeah. We had, starting off with War Raiders versus Aleister Black and Ricochet, the winners of the Dusty Classic.
Yeah.
And
Where Aleister Black was the hard-hitting one and Ricochet was the hard-hitting one and
Rowan was the hard-hitting one. Oh, no, sorry.
Rowan was the flippy one. Or sorry, it was Aleister Black was the hard-hitting one and Ricochet was the flippy one. And then
Rowan was the hard-hitting one and Hansen was the flippy one.
Yeah, because that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much flips out of the big guy.
Not to mention so many times that they picked each other up and threw each other at their opponent.
Including Ricochet.
It was usually-
Ricochet gave Hansen a bloody fall-away slam.
He did, yeah. That was impressive
Yeah.
and almost impossible to imagine doing.
Unsurprisingly, even though they were the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Cup winners, War Raiders won this because they're an actual tag team, and Ricochet and Aleister Black, contrary to how they're now being depicted, are not an actual tag team, even though they were also a tag team on Raw Monday, which I really thought they were going to start the breakup now.
And SmackDown again.
And SmackDown again. So I think they're a tag team now. So,
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next up, we had Matt Riddle versus the Velveteen Dream
This
for the North American title.
was brilliant. And I actually thought Matt Riddle was going to have it because he was kicking the piss out of the Dream for the majority of the match.
Yeah, and Dream,
Everything Dream did wound up in a bro mission. There was just everything Dream did wound up in a bro mission.
well, not everything. He managed to put on some fantastic 80s style defense and offense.
We got the Hollywood Hogan, we got the Hollywood leg drop,
Yeah, we got the big elbow. We got double axe handle on Savage.
the back rake.
We
I haven't seen a back rake in years.
from Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Rude
yeah.
Awakening. There we go.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
It was great.
And it really, 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 really did look like Matt Riddle was going to win.
Yeah, because he was just trouncing all over him by the 80s resurgence of moves. But Velveteen Dream hit him with a series of the Dream trifecta.
Yeah,
which is
Tree Dream Valley Drivers. Was it?
he hits you with the DDT, he hits you with a Dream Valley driver, and then he hits you with the elbow sleepy time.
Yeah.
That's it. And what was really nice was Matt Riddle came in to give him a fist bump at the end of the match, and Dream actually gave him the fist bump, and everyone was just like, look, I just wanted a shot at the belt. You did a good job. Let's move on with our day. And good stuff.
Yeah.
It was absolutely great.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Next up then we had the Fatal 4-Way for Baszler's championship belt. This was great.
Oh my God. This
was
so
great.
cool.
I loved the Sky Pirates bit where they hit Bianca Belair blew a kiss at Kairi Sane, and Kairi Sane caught it and then threw it to Io Shirai, and she just batted it out of the park. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Baszler looked strong as hell in this. Everyone looked super strong in this. You got to see the Sky Pirates go at it because they said if it came down to it, they would go at each other, and they bloody well did.
Yeah, although there was the kind of Io nearly gets a pin and Kyrie breaks it up. Kyrie nearly gets a pin. Io breaks it up. It's kind of like, they're breaking up and they're going at it.
Yeah.
Violence.
Yeah. But they were never going to win because they're a tag team now.
Yeah, true. And just when you think that Bianca Belair might possibly actually have it won.
Carry through the clutch.
Frack.
I really wanted Belair to win this because I love Belair, but I like Baszler. Baszler's good. She's a great champ. She's a great heel.
Yeah, I suppose.
She's good on the mic. She's good in the ring.
Honestly, with the potential of Ronda Rousey leaving, it did seem like moving Baszler and Shafir and
Yeah.
Duke, there we go, up would
Yeah,
be
but you see, if Rousey's leaving, you don't get the 4 horsewomen.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
suppose.
like the whole angle they were going for isn't there.
Not as much anyway, yeah.
No.
Okay, next up, arguably what a lot of people have thought
My
of
match of
as
the weekend.
Pete Dunne versus the scenery. Walter.
Standing backdrop.
The mountain. Oh my God. You know the way we talked about Daniel Bryan stomping Kofi Kingston in the head?
Walter did that, except that he's 4 times the size of Daniel Bryan.
And tried to put Pete Dunne through the mat.
Except that Pete Dunne's 5 times harder than Kofi Kingston's head.
And got up and did it back.
Yeah.
A lot.
There was just a lot of the big guy's so big and he hits the little guy, and then it's just like, holy hell, the little guy hit him as hard.
And a lot of, oh my God, I think the little guy's going to snap. Yep, that's the big guy's
There was
hand.
a bit of finger breaking. I think I actually saw Walter relocate a finger at one stage and go back to work. It was bloody brilliant.
And then there was the shotgun slap of a Walter slap.
The double drop kick. There was the bloody, he did a splash.
Yes.
He did a splash.
That's
all I'm going to say. He did a splash. And at the end of the day, Walter won.
Because apparently the landscape can beat man.
Yeah, well, look, as I said in the prediction show,
You reckon
they've been building
Pete's-
him up as this unbeatable force, and I don't think you could have him lose here and keep that.
Funnily enough, Jordan Devlin on this week's NXT UK piped up a little bit, kind of going, well, Pete Dunne's a loser now, but me, I'm undefeated. That makes me a winner. Championship type winner. Ha ha ha.
And they just had a blinder of a match in OTT a couple of weeks ago. Like, blinder of a match.
Dun, 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 dun.
Man, the two of them, like, I'd say they've been building to a Devlin him match. Dude, OTT isn't small by any means, but the entire world was talking about that Devlin Walter match a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
With one of the best bloody vignette promos I have ever seen, by the way. Have you seen that yet? Dude, you need to see it. Walter's literally walking through the Irish Sea.
I still have 8 more hours of wrestling to get through from last weekend. I didn't stay up for
Devlin's
to watch
doing
everything.
an entire run over the mountains near Bray. He gets up to the mountain face and he's on the top of the cliff, and then you just see Walter walking through the Irish Sea to the mountain, and Devlin's normal size and Walter's all Goliath size on the Irish. Man, it's one of the best vignette promos ever. It's just superb. It's great. Anyway, moving on.
Personally, I think one of the best matches of the night. Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole, 2 out of 3 falls.
2 out of 3 falls. This was brilliant.
A pity the crowd couldn't really get into it until the last one.
Yeah, I think it was Walter. The Walter Dunn match, I think, really just had drained people. It was an emotional roller coaster.
Myself and him were watching it at one point, and all the near falls had the two of us on the edge of our chair going, what is going? I think for me, one of the moments from that night was you turning to me and going, when once again Johnny Gargano kicks out of an Adam Cole pin, you turning to me and just going, what is going on? And I just looked at you and we went, Johnny freaking champion, that's what's going on.
Yeah, it was, I really thought Adam Cole had this, to be honest.
I'm not going to lie, man. Watching the match, I was like, come on, Johnny. It was one of those rare occasions where I was not sure and had wanted somebody to win, and just I was like, I don't want it to be Cole.
It broke my britches, that match. Like, it was just edge of the seat. Like, Walter and Dunn still stole the show for me because there was just so much shock factor stuff in it. But dude, this was great. And then Johnny wins. The entire crowd go bloody mental. Candice comes down to the ring. They get up to the top of the ramp, and Ciampa, who I'm very happy, albeit in a neck brace, very happy to see up and walking about already, comes out and just gives him a big bloody congratulatory hug. And Johnny kind of saying to him, going, you know, the minute you're back, you're my first shot on this. You know, and it was going to be bloody good. It was great. And it was a real nice, happy story tale ending to what was a bloody great takeover.
Yeah. It was really, really was. Just briefly going to go through NXT and NXT UK.
Mostly vignettes in regards NXT takeover.
Well, there was...
And there were matches, this is what I'm saying, but it was mostly just flashbacks.
Well, we had Candice LeRae versus Aaliyah.
That was great.
It was a fantastic match, and one that I was actually looking
I'm
forward to.
loving Aaliyah, man. She's so vicious.
Yeah. Danny Burch against Jackson Riker. Good fracking gods.
God almighty, this was brilliant.
Violence. Much like
I'm
Riker versus
so
Larkin.
glad they've unleashed Riker properly now.
Larkin,
he's a beast.
The Forgotten Sons would start stomping on Burch at the end of the match. Larkin would run in, and unfortunately, the Forgotten Sons would stomp on everyone.
Larkin and Burch don't equal a Riker, evidently, is the main issue.
Or the two Forgotten Sons.
Yeah.
Street Profits versus the EU.
This was great.
Eichner and Barthol actually have European Union flags on their trunks now.
I know, it's great.
We can I think we can officially call them the EU.
They're the European Union.
That goddamn double springboard backsalt out of Eichner. Sweet mother of frack. That's awesome.
I was very happy to see Street Profits get the win.
Yeah.
As much as I like the European Union, like I'm a big Street Profits fan.
Yeah.
They came out with a little bit more vicious intent than they normally do as well.
I think they kind of had to demarch the EU.
Very focused. Yeah. Very focused.
Moving on to NXT UK really quickly, we had Cassius Ohno versus Travis Banks.
This was great.
It was.
This was great.
This was just fine. So much violence. There was there was so many times when Cassius Ohno slapped Travis Banks, and Travis Banks is just getting back up going, come on!
Great little spot where Ohno went to work on his shoulder, and Banks' shoulder injury came back, and he was getting trundled for a while because Banks won.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no crappiness about it. Banks just won, and it was great. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You can see how having the kind of the ring veteranness of Ono floating around backstage is really paying off with some of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Because the guy, I know he's only in NXT for so many years, but the man is a ring veteran. He's doing it for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And it's real good to have him with some of those young talent guys over there.
Yeah. Next up, we had Killer Kelly versus debuting Piper Niven.
This went, as you would imagine. Well, not really. Killer Kelly got some moves in.
And so she should. I think
she should.
Killer Kelly's awesome.
Yeah, it's just that none of them work on Piper Niven.
A few more kicks might have maybe. No. You had Rhea Ripley come down at the end of things.
They need to hook her and Dave Mastiff up.
Rhea Ripley? Who? Rhea Ripley?
No. Dave Mastiff and
Piper Niven.
Imagine them as a tag team.
Yeah.
Like a power couple.
Funnily enough, Rhea Ripley would come down and not want anything to do with Piper once Piper actually spotted her and kind of went, come on.
Rhea Ripley maneuver of slide into the ring and beat up whoever's not looking, but unfortunately Piper Niven
turned around and went, okay,
let's go. It was as if Piper knew how wrestling storylines go and was just like, oh, this is totally be where someone will jump me from behind. Oh, would you look?
Yeah. Next up, Jack Stars. Apparently, he is still alive.
He's back. He's got a new layer of epidermis on his chest and he's ready to roll.
In against Joseph Connors.
My girlfriend wouldn't be super up on all the names of the NXT UK wrestlers, especially Jack Stars, because he wouldn't be like high up on their roster at the moment. But even she was like, that's your man that got his chest knocked off. I was like, yeah, that's him. Yeah. I thought he was dead, to be honest. I'm glad to see him back.
Funnily enough, it seems his complexion really does physical selling well, because by the end of this match, he was black and blue again from Joseph Connors.
Yeah, once every 5 weeks they can roll him out when his skin's healed up again.
To be fair though, he's actually a really good wrestler.
He's a great wrestler.
He is really good. Finishing up things, we did have grizzled young veterans come out and issue a non-title challenge to any tag team that wants to take it up. So that should be interesting.
Not any tag team. You Americans need not apply. Only the English tag teams allowed.
And to finish things off, we had Toni Storm versus Jenna
for a title match,
which unfortunately Jenna would not win. Toni Storm.
Well, not unfortunately, because I'm a big Storm fan.
Yeah, so am I.
I still believe it's still Tony time, but I do like Jenny. She's so goddamn vicious.
Yeah,
she does Daniel Bryan-esque stuff. You know, she just grabs your arms where you can't do anything, just starts stomping and whatever's around.
That bit where she hooks up your legs and does like an X Factor onto the ground, that's savage.
Off the middle rope.
Yeah.
Oh lordy, I actually thought she knocked Storm cleanly out. Yeah. She went face first into the mat on that X Factor. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's going to pretty much wrap things up here. Because
WrestleMania took up a lot of our time.
Yeah,
it turns out it's a longer show to do a review of as it is to watch.
As always, myself and Johnny Deadly want to say thanks to everyone for listening in. Thanks especially to Limerick City Community Radio, your city, your station,
your voice,
your willingness to let us come in and do this show.
Also, don't forget to come over and follow us on Spotify and stuff and hit that like and subscribe button and you get a notification every time one of our shows goes out, because there's now 4 or 5 shows a week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Myself and the Deadly One will be back on Sunday if you're interested in catching more of us for the Gorecast, or you can catch us same wrestling time, same wrestling channel right here on Limerick City Community Radio next week.
What are we playing out with?
Oh, we are going out with a song dedicated to Johnny Gargano after all the trials and tribulations that he've gone through.
You're the best around.
No, but close enough. I think you will appreciate it. In the meanwhile, I'm the Giz saying bye-bye, Johnny.
Goodbye, Johnny.
Okay, then. See you all same wrestling time, same wrestling station next week as we play out with Advance and something legendary.
Ooh, yeah, brother.